Okay, so happy Monday, and I'm going to do a multi-part. Otherwise, this would be an hour or more. Uh, but along the same lines of the kinds of questions that I'm getting, especially from my clients and from leaders that I'm working with in their organizations about the spiral. So I'm going to just start out in this episode and just talk a little bit about spiral down behaviors and what to look for. I will then address spiral up behaviors, and I'll address what to do, what the questions to ask, how to support someone, coach someone from here to there. So I'm gonna touch on all that, but let me just first identify for you kind of what you're looking for when you're noticing spiral down behaviors, right? So look for withdrawal, look for decreased participation, because that's the first thing. Because they're starting to ignore. They don't want to participate in the situation. Something's going on. They've made up a story in their head. There's some things happening that they can't fully understand and they're struggling with. And so if they're spiraling down, they start to withdraw from participation. You'll see this avoidance of subjects. You'll see this idea around creating false harmony. Everything's okay, everything's fine, because they don't want to stir the pot, they don't want to rock the boat, all of those metaphors, right? They don't want to do any of that because they're afraid things are going to get worse, not better, by addressing a problem. And that's a falseness, right? So it's that false harmony, pretend everything's okay even though it's not, right? And that's this ignoring, getting into excuses about not wanting to stir the pot to make things worse when it actually will make things better. And then they get in here. And these are the behaviors of the meeting after the meeting. Gossiping, right? Bad mouthing fellow employees or leaders or them. There's always a them, right? And the statements that they make instead of questions, the statements that they make become more and more absolute. I call it absoluting, which is not really a word, but that's what I call it. They get to absoluting. Everything is this way or not this way, and it's all or nothing kind of thinking. They start to express their feelings in really negative ways, and they gather commiserators. And this is when things get really rough, right? Is when they start to gather commiserators, because no one wants to be in misery alone. They want justification for their feelings, and then they want justification for their destructive behavior, right? So they start gathering those commiserators. So that's what to watch for. I'll talk next a little bit about how to pull them out of that, and then what to look for in spiral up behaviors. So pay attention to the people that you're leading. Check in with them and see how they're doing so that you can catch things here. Have a great week. Peace.